All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us live, we've had some internet problems here at the rink, but we are now live on the air. It is 1:35 left in the first period. Gonzaga is down by 3-0. Still pressing the offense in the Landon zone. Sorry for the delay on start, folks, but better late than never if you're tuning in somewhere else. Very hard-hitting game as Gonzaga is continuing to press the offense. Out across center as Landon is breaking across the blue line to center. He's coming into the Gonzaga zone. He's got 3 defenders on him. He gets the wrist shot. Jalen Green shuts him down. One minute, 9 seconds to go here in the first period. I'm Joe Dillon, joined by Nick Fain. We're coming to you live from Laurel, Maryland. Another face-off at Gonzaga territory after that last play. Shut down by Green. Connor Tate stepping into the circle. He's going to get bumped out. He's going to swap out with Mackie Wheeler. Wheeler taking the drop for Gonzaga. He wins that one. Bouncing puck goes across the slot. Far side boards. Gonzaga defense clears the zone out to center with another handoff. 1 minute left to go here in the first period. Here comes Landon on the attack again. A shot deflected away by Gonzaga. They clear the zone again. Another dump and chase by Landon. Massaro working it up the right side boards, trying to bounce pass to center. It's Tate now skating into the zone. He takes the shot deflected by the defense into the boards. Defense with the puck now crossing out of their own zone. Bears moving across center ice. Long dump and chase by the Bears. They're going to take a line change rather than press that one. Gonzaga's taking the puck from their own zone out to center. Working towards their line, out to center. Now they go in the neutral zone. It's Connor Tate deking his way through the left side traffic. Takes the wrist shot. That's a little high of the net. Into the boards. Another loose one deflects out to center. Gonzaga with the puck again. They're going to try that offense. 8 seconds left to go. They'd go for another dump and chase. Landon with the puck now. Pretty well unopposed behind his own net. 2 seconds left on the clock. There's the buzzer. That does it for the first period, folks. Right now, at the end of one period, it's Landon 3, Gonzaga 1. What'd you think about that period?
Well, could have gone better for the Eagles, Joe, but if I know the Eagles, they still got a lot of fight left in them. Very impressive crowd here tonight. The noise is deafening without these headphones on.
Absolutely it is. We've had some, as you can imagine, if you're watching at home, we have had some internet problems, but I'll tell you right now, we are live. And as long as we can stay that way, we will. Worst case scenario, we will have the entire game uploaded later on tonight in its entirety if you missed the first part of it. 23 seconds left to go on a quick break before we start period number 2. Four seconds left to go in the break. Huge crowd here at Laurel, Maryland.
What's the score? Who's winning?
That's right. We are live from Laurel, Maryland. 3-0 the score, 17 minutes on the clock for period number 2. Gonzaga down by 3-0 against the Landon Bears. What do you think we can see at the, what are we expecting in this next period here, Nick? What do you think?
I'm expecting the Eagles to come out swooping.
Well, hopefully Coach Slater had some big words for him, and I'd like to see some real power coming out of this one. Gonzaga wins the draw to start out the second period. They're picked off by Landon at center, and they're going to go on the defense. Here comes Landon working his way in the left side boards. Dinking through traffic, pass through the slot. He connects on the far side. No shot on the play as they move it out to the blue line. Wrist shot, and a beautiful glove save by Jalen Green.
Green, I'm sure, is feeling the heat after that first period. He's probably really looking to make a statement this second period.
Once again, if you're listening live, folks, sorry for the delay. We're working off the rink internet here, and you can imagine everybody and their cousins on Wi-Fi right now, so we're going to do our best to hold on to this signal as long as we can. Loose puck out at center now. Goes long. There's a big dump and chase into Landon territory. And Gonzaga with the puck now. He's skating through it. Cardalecchio almost had a shot there, but he couldn't quite get it off there. Another bouncing puck in a scramble. Huge scramble in front of the net, and that one's covered up.
Whoa, 12-car pile up in the zone.
A little bit of a dog pile on top of the goaltender in front of the crease there. Right in front of the Landon net.
The ice is really slippery this time of year, Joe. You know, sometimes people just fall.
Yeah, there might be some penalties coming out of this one. Let's see. There's a little. Yeah, it looks like one of the Landon players is stepping off into the box. Might be a slashing call. Yep, I see at least one slashing call down there. How many people went to the box? Let's see. Well, there was a bit of confusion at the end after the bodies are getting up. The referees are trying to decide what's going on. This one's going against Landon. I saw the referee signal a slashing call, but I didn't see who went in the box. But it's definitely not Gonzaga. Gonzaga on the power play. They've got the puck out at center now. Loose puck drifting back into Gonzaga territory. Gonzaga centering pass. Connor Tate now with the puck, crossing his own blue line, now into center. He gets tied up by the defense, but he drops it down into the offensive zone. Gonzaga descending in on the offense. Well, someone's in the box, but I'm counting 5-on-5, so I'm not seeing any man penalty on the ice. So might be looking at a personal foul here. Puck dropped into Gonzaga territory as Landon goes for the dump and chase. They take a quick line change. Gonzaga with a quick pass down to Mackie Wheeler on the left side, and they turn it around back to the offensive side. Gonzaga taking the same opportunity to try to get a line change of their own. Gonzaga in the attacking zone. Big scramble in front of the net. Shot by Schuler. Backhander by Schuler. Loose puck. Bouncing puck. Another shot by Schuler. Right in front of the crease. All kinds of scrambling going on. Unsuccessfully as the defense clears it.
An amazing medley of saves by the Landon goalie there, Joe.
A lot of low shots on that one, but no goal, unfortunately. Another whistle on the play as the goaltender got the glove on it. We're going to reset here in just 1 second. Ridiculous crowd for a high school hockey game tonight. This is, of course, the championship game, folks. This is for all the cookies. Right now, score is 3-0 as the Bears have gone up very quickly early on in the first period.
The Eagles have, however, managed to keep them scoreless in the second.
Well, at the conclusion of that last play, I'm seeing another penalty on the board. This one's going against Landon. Gonzaga is actually going to get their man advantage now.
Breathing some much-needed life into their offensive line.
There's a little bit of confusion on the far end of the ice, but Gonzaga is now up 5-4 on the man advantage, and they lose control of the blue line at center. Foot race is on. Landon chasing it down into Gonzaga territory with a little bit of offensive pressure. That's a hooking call against Landon. Back down on the attacking zone now as Gonzaga is going to try to press the attack again. Loose puck in front of the slot. Nobody there to take the shot. Out to the point now. Gonzaga tees up. Wheeler, he shoots. Barely deflected away. Oh, man, perfect one-timer, and that one goes loose. Landon skating their way into the offensive zone. Valise picks it up back behind the net.
That looked like it was in to me, Joe. Optical illusion.
Yeah, it looked into me too, but the game is still underway. The crowd is pretty upset about that. I think even Wheeler was like, what's going on here? But they're calling it no goal. Game is still underway. Gonzaga continuing to press that power play attack with 1 minute, 5 seconds left on the power play. Cycling the puck now. Back out to Wheeler at the point. Wheeler passes down low. Tate dumps it into the slot. Nobody there to get it. Another one drifts out to center. Gonzaga's got to clear the zone. Wheeler passes to the right side. Valise enters the zone. He's looking for Jack Sanborn. Goes for a dump and chase instead. Across to the left side, picked up by Cardalecchio. Cardalecchio faces some opposition down there along the boards as Landon gets the stick on it. Gonzaga through the slot. Wrist shot by Sanborn. Deflected by a Superman save by the defense. And knocked out to center. 25 seconds left to go in the power play. Gonzaga with the regroup. They're moving back into the zone. Dump and chase by Gonzaga to the right side boards. Valise doing some battle against the defense. Defense gets the stick on it, sends it all the way down to Jalen Green. With 10 seconds left on the penalty, Green's got to reset over here to Mackie Wheeler. Wheeler dumps it up the left side boards. There's only 5 seconds left on the power play. Chased into the zone by Schuler. That's going to do it. And back to full strength hockey. Gonzaga holding on to the offense. That's picked off by the Bears at their own blue line. Skating through center. Here come the Bears into Gonzaga territory. Drop pass by the Bears, intercepted by
Valise.
That's Valise moving up the right side there. He gets tied up, and down they go into the offensive zone. He got tripped up, but he managed to push it into the offense. Bears intercept the puck. Now out to center as the Bears turn it around. Moving into Gonzaga territory. He gets laid out. Kilcullen knocks him cold right onto the ice. Now Gonzaga in their defensive zone. Bouncing puck goes through the slot. They score another one. Oh, the Bears put in another one from about 3 feet in front of the net. Beat out Green on the low side. Score now 4-0 as Gonzaga's really got some work to do.
Got to hand it to Gonzaga, though. Before that goal, they were knocking them down, weren't they?
Well, they had a great power play opportunity. I think Wheeler's still disappointed in that shot. Some debate among the crowd down there about whether that was in or out, but the officials decided that was not a goal. So now Gonzaga's down 4-0. 12 minutes, 29 seconds left here in the second period. It's really start time to put on that offense. If they've got any magic, now's the time to break it out.
Uh-oh, the crowd's getting rowdy. Looks like we might have a hockey riot on our hands.
Yeah. Both teams getting set up at center right now to get ready for the next face-off. After that one, it looks like there's a penalty going against Gonzaga at the result of that. I think it's something that might have happened in the break. Gonzaga wins the draw on that one. They're 4-on-5 shorthanded. Whatever happened after that goal, I think it's probably a personal foul, but it looks like Gonzaga's on the shorthanded once again. They dump it into the offensive zone. Landon with the puck, coming out of their own zone now. Working the left side boards. Moving up the left flank into the Gonzaga defending zone. They slow down. Start to cycle the puck. It's Landon from the left side. Bouncing puck. Green gets the glove on it. A little bit more shoving in the crease here as Massaro didn't like how close an offensive player got right up in Green's face. 1 minute, 31 seconds left on the penalty against Gonzaga. 11:59 left in the second period.
Let's see if they can kill the rest of this power play for Landon.
Another face-off in Gonzaga territory. That's Landon. Shoots, he scores! Oh, man, wrist shot.
And with that, a baseball cap is thrown out onto the ring from the Landon crowd.
That's what we call a hat trick, folks. There are hats flying everywhere as Landon got himself a hat trick. Looks like number 6 for Landon. I don't have a name sheet here, unfortunately, but he just picked up his 3rd goal of the night. That is, of course, what they call in hockey a hat trick, and that is when a single player scores 3 goals in a game. That's known as a hat trick.
I'd say he's got an MVP award coming his way for the game.
Well, it's now a 5-0 game as Gonzaga's got a heck of a climb at this point. Face off at center ice. Gonzaga wins that one. Kilcullen with the puck up the left side. Kilcullen with the puck coming out of his own zone. Out to center. That one's deflected back into Gonzaga territory as he goes offsides. Wow, the Landon fans pretty amped up now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Standing room only here. Another face-off into Gonzaga territory. Back behind the Gonzaga net, Kilcullen working his way out of trouble. He gets nailed into the boards, but he manages to drop his man. Never hit anybody bigger than you. That's a good tip in hockey.
Free clock cleaning service.
Oh, I think he won that engagement. Out to center now is Gonzaga trying to fend off another incoming attack. Up the right side boards now as the Bears go for a dump and chase. Kilcullen with the puck behind his own net. Off the boards, he's looking for Wheeler. Wheeler with a cross pass, misses his man. I think he was looking for Plant, overshot him. Goes into the zone. Plant chases that one down. Another wrist shot by Gonzaga. Misses the net wide into the boards. Loose puck now out to center as the Bears continue back into the offense. From the high slot in Gonzaga territory, Bears with a bouncing puck. Gonzaga gets the skate on it for the defense with a recovery in their own zone. Middlebrook gets bumped into the boards as he clears the zone with the puck. That's turned around again back behind the Gonzaga net. Nice move by Chastain to bounce it off the boards, recovering his own puck. That's turned around by the offense as Gonzaga finally breaks it out of the zone. Now up the right side, here comes Schuler into the attacking zone. Schuler clears the line, gets into the blue line, but the Bears clear it to center again. O'Leary catches it at center ice, dumps it back in as Gonzaga clears the zone. Here comes the dump and chase again. Up the right side, Middlebrook going for the puck. Can't get there in time. Bears defense have it, now out of center. Here come the Bears up the left flank as they move into Gonzaga's offensive zone. Quick pass to the other side, denied at the blue line by the Gonzaga defense. Out to center again. Bears recover the puck. They're in possession now with a dump and chase. Long one goes in. Massaro picks up the puck, moves it down the boards. Back out to center again. Schuler dumps that one into the offensive zone. Gonzaga on the dump and chase. They're staying, pretty much all of them are staying back at the blue line, though. That wasn't much of a chase. As the Bears pick up the puck at center, they knock Massaro right off his skates. Gonzaga with the puck again. Deking through traffic now is Cardalecchio, moving his way into the zone on the dump and chase. Down into the corner, defense gets to it again. Gonzaga with it. Sanborn not giving up yet. Back towards the goal. He's working his way along the boards, looking for a pass through. Nobody to pass to there. He moves it back in. He tries to skate it himself, gets his pocket picked off the center, but he's backed up by his own man at center. And now it's the Bears again. Into the attacking zone. Bears try to dump it into the slot. That's cleared by the defense, and here comes Paul Wise. Up the zone. Wise coming into the right side. Around the back of the net. He's looking for a pass out. And the defense gets it clear. Gonzaga not giving up yet. They go for the dump and chase as they step offside. It's a little bit too late as he tried to save that offsides call. Oh, looks like he didn't. No whistle on the play. They're still going. Puck is frozen back behind the net. Gonzaga still pressing on the offense. Now out to center as Chastain's going to have to dump it back in. Gonzaga clears the zone. Back in now is Ben Plant as Gonzaga takes a line change. A little bit of offensive pressure to buy some time for that line change. Here come the Bears out of the zone. Out at center now, picked up by Gonzaga. Oh, nice hit by Valise to knock his man right down. There's a whistle on the play. That's probably going to be a call. Let's see what they're going to say. Yeah, looks like they're going to call that one offsides. Stepped off just a little bit too quickly as they came back into the zone. Face off just outside of Landon blue line. Kilcullen dumps that one in. Gonzaga now with the puck. Skating through the zone. Backhand shot. That's a deflected save into the boards. Another one by Gonzaga as Tate's looking for a pass in the center slot. Nobody there to get it. Another one around the corner. Gonzaga still on the attack. Goalie reaches out, gets the glove down on top of it to kill the play. 8 minutes, 2 seconds left here in the second period. Score 5-0 as the Bears lead the Eagles.
Gonzaga really starting to get some shots to the goal here, but all they need to do is make one or two of them land, and they're right back in it.
Another face-off. Landon territory. That one goes to Landon. They don't clear the boards as Gonzaga holds on to the blue line. Dumps it back down low. Goalie gets the glove on it again. Sliding one through the crease is covered up. 7:55 now on the clock. Well, what do you think they need here, Nick? What's it going to take?
I think if they can score, if they can get on the scoreboard before the third period, they got a real fighting shot.
You know, half. 5-0. Gonzaga can come back from that. This game is far from over. It's the championships. There's nothing left to leave on the field here. Out to center now as Gonzaga is starting to pick up a little bit of momentum on the offense. Working it back into Bears territory. Bouncing off the boards now. They can't hold on to it. Defense knocks it to center. Gonzaga with a pickup. Plant coming back into the zone. He gets double teamed as he skates into the zone. Far corner back behind the Bears net. He gets trapped up by the defense. And Kilcullen cannot hold on to the blue line. O'Leary there to back him up on the deep D. At its center. Plant steps big time off sides as Mackie Wheeler gets trapped downrange. Another whistle and another face-off coming up just outside of the Bears net. Or blue line, excuse me. Here comes the face-off. Will Schuler taking the drop for Gonzaga. That one's won by the Bears. Out through center now as the Bears are skating towards the offensive zone. Gonzaga now on the defense. Bears in the right side flank. Quick wrist shot. And that's gloved out of the air by Green. Right from the mouth of the net. Green snapped that one right out of the air.
There's the Green we know and love.
Well, clearly his confidence is not shaken. Another face-off in Gonzaga territory. Schuler taking another try at it. That one goes to the Bears. Quick snapshot from the face-off. Green now down on top of the puck. Another whistle as he covers it up.
Both goalies got to hand it to them. They put up with a lot of barrages from close proximity today.
So, with 7:06 left here in the second period, 5-0 is the score. Gonzaga working on getting out of a hole, but right now they're in their own defensive end with another face-off. It looks like Gonzaga might have been caught with too many men on the ice there. Tate tried to come in for a switch, didn't get there in time. And Paul Wise takes the drop for Gonzaga. Now down low. Bears working it through the slot. Bouncing puck deflected by the defense into the corner. Whistle on the play. There's going to be a high sticking call. Who's going to get it?
Looks like the Landon Bear, number 22.
Yeah, it sure does. So Gonzaga's getting another 2-minute power play. 2 minutes for high sticking against number 22 for Landon. If Gonzaga ever needed a little bit of an advantage, this is the time.
This is the shot of adrenaline to their proverbial wing.
They've been unsuccessful on the power play so far tonight, but it's never too late to start. So the faceoff has moved down to the Landon territory. Gonzaga now on a one-man advantage. Cardelecchio with a puck moving around the backside of the net in the offensive zone. Pass out to the center with Mackie Wheeler. Back to Cardelecchio from the wing. Wrist shot through traffic. Bouncing puck into the slot is cleared by the defense. Wheeler keeps it into the offensive zone, but gets double teamed. That's iced down iced all the way down to Green by the penalty killers. They're putting a quick offense down. Sending a one-man shorthanded offense into a skirmish out in front of the Gonzaga net. Gonzaga with a puck now as they're clearing their zone. Tate moving up the left side boards. Cross into the attacking zone. Denied by the defense at the blue line. A slow drifting puck back to Jalen Green. Wheeler dumps it up the left side. And here comes Middlebrook. Denied again at the blue line as the Bears defense are just not letting them get into the offensive zone. Now out at neutral as Gonzaga is recovering the puck. Into the zone now from the left side is going to take another attack. 1 minute to go here on the penalty as Gonzaga is starting to press their attack. Wheeler slowly cycling the puck. Down low now. Tate with the puck. Out to the boards to Wheeler. Wheeler with a slap shot and a save. Goes wide and on the rebound shot, another save. Bouncing puck and the defense clears it to center. Here comes a one-man defense as he comes into the zone and a wrist shot. That's a save by Jalen Green as he gloves that almost a breakaway shot out of the air. With 36 seconds left to go on the power play, Gonzaga should not be in their defensive end right now.
Green has had to contend with a lot of those from the Landon offense today. A lot of breakaways and one-on-one type situations.
It's going to be Will Schuler taking a face-off in Gonzaga territory. With 36 seconds left on the 5-on-4 power play. 5 minutes, 29 seconds left in the periods. The score, 5-0 as Gonzaga trails. Gonzaga with the puck now crossing their own zone. Into neutral. Pass to the left side. Here comes Gonzaga into the zone. Paul Wise with the puck now working the left side boards back into the offensive zone. Wise dumps the puck low down in the corner as Gonzaga starts to cycle. Wise slap shot from the top of the line. And a kick saved down low by the Landon goaltender. Out to Wise at the top of the point once again. Pass to the right side from the corner. Wrist shot. That's deflected by the defense again into the corner. Gonzaga going to take another try. Cycling back out to Kilcullen. Kilcullen dumps it back down low. That does it for the penalty, and Gonzaga's power play is over. It's back on 5-on-5. There's a whistle as he steps off sides. 4:45 left to go here in the second period. Another face-off in Bears territory. That one's won by the Bears. Defense clears it out to center on a two-man rush through the neutral zone. Into the attacking zone now as the Bears come in strong and shoots.
Wow.
One-timer from the backside, and he scores goal number 6. Oh, man, casualties on the gun.
I got to hand it to him. That was a beautifully executed goal, Joe.
A very fast two-man rush. And that was a classic one-timer. There's not a lot Green could have done about that. He had almost no defense to help him. They were trying, but they're just not as fast as these Bears. Oh, now a 6-0 deficit as Gonzaga's in some bad shape. Not too late, though. There's still over a period to go. And if these guys can do it, we've seen Gonzaga come up from higher scores than that. Face off at center. Gonzaga with the puck. Moving along the right side. And he's still stuck at center as Sanborn can't get to it. He finally tips it in. Gonzaga slap shot from the point, misses that one wide. Release tried to put some power down on it, but at least he held on to the blue line. Gonzaga is still trying to put some offensive pressure in. Release with a slap shot from the point. That one's deflected into the boards. Defense snags the rebound, and here they come through center. Bears moving up the right side flank as they come into the Gonzaga zone. Around the backside of the net now, pass along to the center slot. No shot on the play. From the point, there's a wrist shot, and a kick saved by Green. Up along the boards now, Release steals the puck. Back behind his own net, he's got a bogey on his tail as he's trying to shake him loose. Bounces that one off the boards. Gonzaga trying to get some offensive traction. Tate now with the puck, skating through center. He gets knocked down hard. There's going to be another penalty against Landon. Absolutely derailed him for hooking on that one. Another power play opportunity with 3:41 left here in the second. Gonzaga is going to have another try here. It was a very obvious hooking penalty against Landon. People starting to get amped up now. Gonzaga back on the 5-on-4. Face-off in Landon territory. That one goes to Landon. Gonzaga now with a puck. Wheeler with a slap shot from the point. It is kicked away by the goaltender. Wheeler with the puck again at the point, trying to skate past. He passes across. Quick slap shot by Valise from the right side. That's covered up by the goaltender.
Valise getting a lot of shots in the last couple minutes.
Well, right place, right time, I guess. But that was some great teamwork between Wheeler and Valise to try to put some heat down on that goaltender, but he's just not giving an inch. 3 minutes, 28 seconds left here in the second, and another face-off as Gonzaga presses the power play. 1:45 left on the power play. Gonzaga cycling at the point. Slap shot as Wheeler misses the net wide on a one-time slap shot from the point. Skating down low now as Valise cycles the puck back behind the net. He hooks up with Massaro. Massaro taking some pressure by the defense as he works it up the boards back over to the point. Wheeler at the point now. Dumps it to Massaro. Back behind the net. Out to the point again. Wheeler with a one-timer. He shoots. Bouncing puck in the slot. Nobody there. Big scramble, and that's kicked away by a lucky skate by the defense. Oh, they caught the goaltender way out of line, but nobody could tip it in. And another penalty coming up. Another one against Landon. This is going to put us, the Gonzaga Eagles, on the 5-on-3.
If there were ever a time to score, now is the time.
That's another hooking call. Still 1 minute, 16 seconds left on the first penalty and 2 minutes on the second. Gonzaga's got a 5-on-3 advantage for almost over a minute. So Gonzaga now cycling the puck on the offense. On that 5-on-3, wrist shot from the outside, deflected away by the goaltender. He gets bumped from behind. Gonzaga recovers it. Mackey with a pass. Mackey Wheeler with a pass to the right and back and forth. A wrist shot from the right side as Valise puts a little heat down. Defense gets to it, and they ice the puck. All the way down to Gonzaga territory. Valise picks it up in his own zone. The three-man off defense holding back by their own blue line, waiting for the next challenge by Gonzaga. Up the right flank now as Sanborn skates into the zone. He passes across the Wheeler. One-time shot, kick save. Down in the corner again, Gonzaga with the puck. Gonzaga working the boards. Wheeler trying to hold on to the blue line, losing control of it. Another ice puck down to Jalen Green. 27 seconds left on the 5-on-3 as Gonzaga recovers, and here comes Wheeler through center again. 5-on-3 offense as Gonzaga moves into the zone, and that's deflected away by the defense. Denied at the blue line once again. Back to Jalen Green. Valise now with the puck behind his own net. Quick pass across to center as Gonzaga is going to try to capitalize on the last 8 seconds of this 5-on-3, and here comes Tate. Tate going to take a try to dig through traffic, denied again, shot saved by the goaltender, deflected into the corner. Defense gets to it now as their man comes out of the box. He's got it, breakaway, he shoots, and saved by Jalen Green with a poke check to knock him down. Wow, he came out of the box just in time to catch a pass. Now on the shorthanded offense, Bears putting some pressure down on Green. Gonzaga with a recovery. They've still got 24 seconds on the penalty as he moves into the zone. Sanborn in the attacking zone now. Gonzaga, slap shot from the right side, diving save through center by the defense. Gonzaga still putting pressure down. From the left side, Kilcullen takes a shot, bouncing puck. That's covered up by the goaltender for a whistle on the play with 9 seconds left on the penalty
go
kill.
down.
Big dog pile in the crease after that one. 9 seconds left on the 5-on-4 power play by Gonzaga. 1 minute, 6 seconds left on the clock for this period here in the second. 6-0 is the score. Is there any way to get one past the Bears? Bears are starting to look almost invincible here after deflecting over a minute, almost a minute 16 on the 5-on-3 penalty kill. Gonzaga really needs to light those fires.
The goalie for the Landon is making himself as big as that goal opening, I swear.
I got to say, that Landon goaltender is pinging pucks left and right after that last assault. Another face-off in Landon territory with 9 seconds left on the 5-on-4. Will Schuler taking the drop for Gonzaga. Landon resets. There's the face-off. That's won by Schuler. Over along the boards now. Gonzaga's got to cycle the puck. 2 seconds left to go. And that does it for the power play. Unsuccessful again on the 5-on-3 as the Landon Bears successfully fend him off for over a minute 16. Gonzaga out at center now. They regroup, dump it back into the dump and chase. That's turned around by the defense. Back into Gonzaga territory. Kilcullen now behind his own net, trying to get out. Pass to the left side looking for Schuler. Schuler pass to Yarmus. Yarmus on the right side. He gets hit hard into the boards. Oh, he's going to be walking funny after that. Another big hip check. Yarmus still on his feet, but that had to hurt. Gonzaga coming into the zone now. Paul Wise from the left side. Wrist shot, and it's deflected to the boards. Gonzaga holds on to the offensive zone at the blue line. A nice hit by Kilcullen, and he's going to the box. Oh, man, that was a nice hit by Kilcullen, but the referees don't agree. Let's see. Is he going off, or are they calling that one offsides? Well, fortunately, yeah, I guess he had one toe offsides right when he hit his man. He stepped into the zone to hit him, and that cost him an offsides call. So let's see what's going on. They're taking the face-off in Landon territory, which I find strange. Only 16 seconds left on the board here, so not quite sure how it ended up that way. But Gonzaga takes the drop at Landon zone, back behind the net. Gonzaga with the puck into the slot. And stolen by the defense as the Bears deflect it out into center. Gonzaga's puck now with 1 second left on the clock. That's going to do it for the second period, folks. Score 6-0. It's time for Gonzaga to take one more try. There's one more period left in this game. We're going to take a quick break as they cut the ice here. So for the next 12 minutes, stand up, stretch. If you're listening at home, we're not going anywhere. We're going to stay for the rest of this game. We're going to take a quick 12-minute break as they cut the ice. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Championship Hockey. friends and neighbors, you can hear from the noise behind us. Those Landon fans are really enjoying this. We're back for period number 3. Current score on the board is 6-0 as the Landon Bears are having a commanding lead over the Gonzaga Eagles, but there's still a full 17 minutes of hockey left in regular time.
My advice to the Bears would don't let it go to your head. The Eagles still have 17 minutes with which to mess with them.
There's an enormous crowd here at the Laurel Gardens Ice Center, Laurel, Maryland, as fans from all over the place have come to visit. They're watching to see who takes home the championship tonight. Right now, Landon's got a massive advantage coming into period number 3. 6-0 on the scoreboard. Both teams stepping out to the face-off circle to start off the third period. Fans getting very warmed up now as
Category 1 earthquake going on in here.
And out to center, there's the face-off. That one goes to the Landon Bears. Out to center, it's Landon working their way up the right side boards, trying to get across the Gonzaga blue line, denied by Gonzaga defense, and it's turned around. Back to Landon territory. Out to neutral, Landon going on the offense again. Landon pushing it down into Gonzaga territory, down low as they bump and grind along the boards. Attempted shot from the point, deflected by the defense out to center. Landon's got to clear the zone. Gonzaga gets the puck back out into center now as they're trying to get it clear of their own defensive end. Out at center ice, here comes Landon on another takeoff again. They're working in the left side boards into Gonzaga. He skates through traffic, deking around everybody back behind the net. He gets trapped into the corner. Gonzaga defense successfully holding him back along the corner. And a slow movement as they get it out to center. Whistle on the play. Looks like they stepped off sides as Landon tried to come back into the zone. See if that's an offsides or that might have been an icing call. I couldn't see it on this side of the boards and make it all the way down. Yeah, I guess that's an icing call. It came on the near side boards, couldn't see the puck. So another face-off in Gonzaga territory. Gonzaga wins that one. They move it to the blue line. Landon holds on to the offense right at the blue line. Down low now, it's Ian Kilcullen working away the boards back behind the Gonzaga net. Kilcullen on the reverse, working up the right side. Along the boards now as Gonzaga skates out to center. Quick cross pass to center is fumbled a little bit. Bouncing puck as they collide into the goalie. Oh, man, everybody went off their skates, sliding into the goaltender, knocking the post or the net off. Wow, Nick, I don't know what to tell you, man. That was like a cannonball in a china shop.
Like I said, the ice can be slippery this time of year. Really got to watch it. Make sure those skates are nice and sharp.
Well, it looked like Sanborn was trying to make a break for it. He had a lot of speed. He lost his wheels as he came charging in. The defense lost their wheels. They all crashed together and sliding full speed right into the goaltender. They took out the goaltender and the net.
So a lot of sportsmanship on the ice.
No penalty. I think that was a fair play. Face-off outside the blue line, outside the Landon blue line, and out at center. Gonzaga unable to capitalize as the Bears are working it up through center. Nice little deke by the Bears to move into the Gonzaga zone. Eagles defense putting some pressure down. Wrist shot doesn't make it to the net as the defense deflects it. Big hit in the corner. Crowd loved that one. Bears continuing to press the attack. They lose control of the puck as it slides all the way back down into their defensive zone. Gonzaga pushing into the zone. Holds onto the blue line. From the right side, Kilcullen with a wrist shot. Doesn't quite get through. Another one to the right side as Gonzaga's continuing to press the attack. Out to center now as the Bears move up the left side into the Gonzaga zone. Another breakaway attack deflected by the defense into the corner. Big whistle on the play. Let's see what they're going to call on that one. Looks like, not sure what the call on that one was. Another face-off. Well, I guess Jalen Green got the glove on that one. Far side of the ice, folks. We're doing our best from way over here in the corner. In Gonzaga territory now. Defense with the puck, back behind the net. Bouncing one off the left side boards. That's denied at the blue line by the Bears back into Gonzaga's defensive territory. Bears working it along the left side boards. Into the slot, quick snapshot into Jalen Green, covers it up for a whistle.
Like a blanket, Joe.
Man, he saw that one, slid right into it and covered up. Another face-off down at Gonzaga territory. 14:25 left to go here in the third period. Gonzaga down 6-0 against the Landon Bears. Here's the face-off down into the corner. Defense gets to a big hit by Mackie Wheeler.
Like a Saddam statue.
Another wrist shot saved by Jalen Green. Gonzaga's puck. Here comes the breakout. Gonzaga tearing through traffic. Ben Plant moving up the left side, looking to tee up the slot. Can't quite find Connor Tate as they go into the corner. Plant gets shoved off the puck by the defense down low in the offensive zone. Wheeler there to back him up. Can't hold on to the puck. Here come the Landon Bears. Cross center into the attacking zone. Wrist shot and a save by Jalen Green. 13:48 left to go here in the third period. Still 6-0 as Gonzaga is struggling to stay in control of the puck. Face-off in Gonzaga territory. Puck recovered by Landon and stolen by Gonzaga. Out through center now as he skates up through the middle. Cardalecchio dumps it in on the attack. Followed up by Paul Wise. Paul Wise goes into the corner. He's got Cardalecchio with him. 2-on-2 as they're fighting for the puck. Big battle as Wise goes down. Another collision in the corner. Gonzaga with a puck down in front of the slot. He shoots, he scores! Jack Sanborn finally breaks the goose egg and puts one in the net. 1-0 is a slow comeback, but you got to start somewhere. Gonzaga's on the board 1-6.
That's got to feel good, Joe. Finally punching a hole in the seemingly impenetrable Landon goalie.
Oh, man, what a great play. Lots of pressure down in the corner. Sanborn stole it out, moved into the corner of the crease, found about a sliver of daylight and top shelf goal.
For once, the Landon fans have fallen silent.
Gonzaga fans starting to come alive now as Gonzaga's got a little bit of momentum off that goal. In their own zone after the faceoff. Here they come on the rush, out to center, denied at the blue line by the defense, and Gonzaga's back in their own zone. Out to center again as Gonzaga recovers. Moving up the right side boards, that one steps off the line for an offsides call. I think he got there just a little too quick. Another face-off outside the Gonzaga blue line. Neutral territory. Face-off won by Gonzaga. Wheeler moving up the left side flank as he moves into the zone, fighting his way through territory. He's got Connor Tate with him. They can't control the puck. Defense steals. Tate with the puck again. Oh, big hit right out across the face-off circle as puck diffused center. Joe Cullen feeds on the side. Now moving up the right flank is Connor Tate. He digs through traffic into the boards. Kidders outnumber him 2-1. Center Gonzaga with the recovery. It's Yarmus back into the attacking zone. He gets his pocket picked again. Big scrum at center, and here comes Gonzaga on the attack again. Another reverse as Will Rosen now steps into the play. They lose the blue line and back to center. Gonzaga clears the zone, back into the attacking zone once again. Landon defending behind their own net. Yarmus stops it up into the slot, bouncing puck into the scramble, deflected by the defense into the boards. Bouncing puck goes up and over, and there's a whistle on the play. Here in the third period, Gonzaga down 1-6 against the Landon Bears, starting to pick up some offense.
Yeah, doing a good job keeping the pressure on the Landon defense this period.
Will Schuler takes the drop for Gonzaga. They lose it at the blue line as Chastain can't hang on to it. They dump it in for a handoff as Gonzaga clears. Now re-entering the zone. Schuler going after the puck. Can't get there in time. Here come Landon Bears up through center. Landon deking his way through traffic into the Gonzaga zone. He loses his wheels. Big collision as they all go sliding into the boards. Wow. Another shot by Landon. He shoots. Saved by Jalen Green. Oh, Landon shoots a second time. That's goal 7. Oh, man. This is not looking good for Gonzaga. Well, man, I don't know what to say. A 7-1 deficit with 11:45 left in the third period. This is the championship game. It's for all the bananas, folks. Hopefully, Coach Slater's got some little bit of magic left. Another face-off at center. Gonzaga pressing the attack. Jack Sanborn with the puck gets his pocket picked. Across the left side boards and out into center. Gonzaga with the steal. Sanborn back into the attacking zone. Big hit down low in the corner as Gonzaga's really pushing into the attacking zone now. Slap shot from the right side. Tries that same move again by Sanborn, unsuccessfully this time as he gets shut down by the defense. Another reverse as they dump and chase back into Gonzaga territory. Gonzaga is going to have to turn into defense here. Breaking across their blue line back into the offensive zone. Sanborn gets double teamed at the blue line as he enters the zone.
Watch it, ref.
And a loose puck dumps down into center. Big collision at the blue line. He calls that an offsides, and we're going to get a whistle with 11:04 left to go in the third. Face-off just outside the Landon blue line. Connor Tate in the circle for Gonzaga. Tate wins the draw, forces it into the offense on the left side. He's got two defenders on him as he goes down to the corner. Dump and chase by Tate. Hand off to Plant down low. He gets pasted into the boards. Oh, man, that one had to hurt. He gets pasted again into the boards. There's a whistle on the play. I'll tell you what, man, if Ben Plant was a jelly sandwich, that wall would be smeared. Right
I've
now.
seen roadkill less disgusting.
Oh, yeah, they got a great look at his dental work down there along the low side boards in the corner. Back behind the net now. Big collision on the forecheck as Gonzaga is trying to hold on to the offensive zone. Defense clears it to center. Gonzaga with a recovery. O'Leary dumps it back into play. Defense with the puck. They got a little room to move. Big pass to center, and here come... Oh, the Bears. He gets hip checked off his wheels out at center. Oh, man alive. He felt that one. Gonzaga with a puck now. Coming back in with a vengeance. It's Plant tearing through traffic. Deflected by the defense back behind the net. Plant continuing to do battle. 2-on-2 now as he's got Tate with him. Out to the point. O'Leary holds on to the line. Gonzaga with the puck now. Tate through the center. Dumps it down low again. Another deflected shot up and over to the boards. Gonzaga with the puck. It's Tate a third time. Out to center. He looking for Kilcullen at the line. Kilcullen dumps it back down low. Another reverse pass to the other side. Gonzaga really pushing this attack hard. Great play on the left side to hold on to the blue line, but bouncing puck goes up and over. That's going to be a whistle on the play. 9 minutes, 53 seconds left here in the third period. Gonzaga down 1-7. Face-off in the Landon territory, won by Landon. They're forcing their way out of the zone. Gonzaga with a puck again. Wrist shot from the point. That one goes wide. Now Landon clears it to center. Gonzaga with a recovery. Chastain dumps it back in. Puck centered now. It's cleared by the defense out to the point. Chastain catches it at center ice, sends it back into the attacking zone. Gonzaga has to clear the zone as they come back in for the attack to avoid the face-off. That buys Landon some time to maneuver. Here they come on the left side on the attacking zone. Gonzaga now switching to defense as they come into their own zone. And a nice save by Chastain to go back behind the net. He dumps it down the boards. And Gonzaga with a breakout out to center. Charging through like a linebacker, they dump it back into Landon territory. Gonzaga really pushing into the attack now. Back behind the net, he skates through two. Gonzaga still with a puck. Out to Massaro, dumps it back in from the line. Chastain with a shot from the left side. And no action on the play. Back behind the net. Through the slot. Nobody there to take the shot. Defense with the puck now as they break out. 1-on-3 as they come into the Gonzaga zone. A little bit of defensive play by Gonzaga to go low. Jason Harper with the puck back behind his own net. He's getting challenged by the offense. Scrambling in front of the net. Green kicks it away. Down in the corner now as Gonzaga gets the puck. He's got a little room to maneuver back behind his net. Quick pass to the right side, and Gonzaga's underway. Here comes Gonzaga up the left side as Paul Wise gets leveled off his skates. Puck slides into the zone. He's back on his feet. Now it's Wise. And Sanborn with a Superman shot there, deflected away by the goaltender. Another turnover and up through center. Gonzaga turning over, picking up the puck at their blue line with another turnaround. Here comes Paul Wise on another attack. Wise in through the left side. Shot and a miss. Into the boards back behind there. The defense with the puck now. Back behind the Landon net. Goaltender puts his glove down. Covers it up, and there's a little bit of a scramble as Wise goes into him after the whistle. Let's see on this one. A little bit of a collision in front of the crease here. Goaltender's still down. The net is off his anchors.
Goalie showing some restraint there, not showing any retaliatory strikes.
You know, Wise crashed into him, but it almost looks like he was knocked into him by one of the Landon players. I almost think they were trying to bait a penalty there.
The refs may have taken that.
Let's see if it worked. Yeah, that's a holding call. That's going against. Let's see who's going to the box.
Landon.
Looks like it's going against Landon. Number 15 for Landon going in for holding. Looks like the referees didn't buy that trick as Wise got knocked into the goalie. But so Gonzaga is going to go on a power play. So far unsuccessful tonight. Let's see if they can pull it off. They've got a little momentum after finally scoring a goal in this game. 7:59 left here in the third period. Score 1-7, and Gonzaga is about to start a 2-minute power play. A little bit of a reset as the faceoff comes into Landon territory. Puck goes down into the corner. Gonzaga now cycling the puck along the boards. Out to the point now. Mackie Wheeler drops it to center into the middle. Cardelecchio through the slot into the scramble. That's kicked away by the defense. Bears now with the puck up the right side. They dump it down into Gonzaga territory. Green gloves that one away, puts it in the corner. Gonzaga with the recovery. Out to center again. 1:36 left to go on the penalty as Gonzaga comes back into the attacking zone. Back behind the net now. That's recovered by Landon. Off the boards and out to center. That one's going long. Green with the puck now. He's going to hand that off to Mackie Wheeler for another regroup in their own zone. Wheeler now crossing the blue line into center. Long pass up the left side. He finds Jack Sanborn. Sanborn looking to tee up Cardelecchio. Back to Sanborn on the low side. Tees him up again. No shot on the play. Defense. Another wrist shot and a save by the goaltender. Valise put a hot wrist shot from the right side on the one-timer, but goaltender had a much faster glove.
Still got 1:06 left in the special play, though, so time for more shots.
Absolutely. Still 7 minutes, 4 seconds left to go in the third period. It's not over yet. Face-off won by Sanborn. Out to the point. Slap shot misses the net wide. Gonzaga still pressing the 5-on-4 attack. Blue line to center again. Tate with the puck now. Out to the point. Back to Tate from the side. Tate with a wrist shot. And a save by the goaltender. Another shot on the scramble. Glove down. And a little bit of a scuffle after the whistle as Cardelecchio gets right up in his face. 6:45 left to go in the third. 46 seconds left on the power play. And another face-off in Landon territory. Oh, the crowd's up on their feet now, folks.
46 seconds left in special play.
Jack Sanborn stepping into the circle for Gonzaga. That one goes to Gonzaga along the boards. Bears get the stick on it. They put it out to center. That one's going long again as Wheeler can't hold on to the blue line. 37 seconds left to go on the attack as Gonzaga comes back in 5-on-4 through center. Skating up the right side now, tearing into traffic. Gonzaga comes into it. Cardelecchio tees up Tate. Tate looking for a shot through center. Wrist shot and a glove save. Oh, a little bit of bump and grind. That's not a whip, and that's definitely not a nay-nay.
Man, two-man tango going on there in the slot.
There is no whip and nay-nay allowed in prep hockey. No harm, no foul. 21 seconds left to go on the penalty. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock here in the third, and a face-off in Landon territory. Schuler takes the drop for that one. Goes to Schuler across the far side boards. Gonzaga with the puck now. Scrambling for it around the backside. Defense with it. They find the blue line, and they get it all the way back down to Jalen Green. There's 8 seconds left on the power play as Gonzaga is going to try for one more attack as they come out of their own zone. A little bit of high defensive pressure from these penalty killers. That does it for the penalty as they go back to 5-on-5. Gonzaga entering the zone again as Yarmus forces it across the line. Back down low to Yarmus, back behind the offense net. Oh, and he gets hit from behind into the boards. Wonder what that tastes like. Be sure to ask him after the game. He'll know, trust me.
I would guess.
Oh, man. Schuler just took one right in the face. That's a big-time elbow. No whistle on the play as Gonzaga continues to press the attack. Another big collision at center, and there's a whistle on the play.
Things getting awfully physical out there.
Yeah, there's going to be a penalty on that one. Things start to get out of hand down there. Another penalty against Landon as Gonzaga is going to get another power play. 5 minutes, 31 seconds left. Let's see. I didn't see what the call was exactly, but it's probably either an elbowing, roughing, holding, or an interference.
Got some consternation from the Landon coaching staff towards the referees.
Yeah, that was definitely going against Landon, though, and a hard hit down low. Gonzaga back on the 5-on-4. Elbowing. Yep. So it was for that elbow back behind the net. A little bit of a delayed call, but they got there. Gonzaga recovers the puck back behind their own net after it gets iced down. Here they come on the attack. Out through center, right side boards, they go for the dump and chase. Puck now down in the corner. Picked up by Cardalecchio. Centering pass out to the right side. It's Tate with the puck from the faceoff circle. He takes the wrist shot, and that's covered up by the goaltender. 5 minutes, 1 second to go here in the third with 1:31 left on the power play for Gonzaga.
That goalie did have some holes in him. He seems to have patched them up nicely.
Jack Sanborn takes the drop for Gonzaga. That one goes to Landon. They are unable to get it past Wheeler at the blue line. He takes the slap shot from the point. That one misses wide. Defense gets to it, sends it to center. Loose puck. Squirts all the way back down to Jalen Green. Felice with the puck now. Long pass out to center. Gonzaga with a dump and chase. Sanborn skates after that one. Tate gets to it from the boards now out to the point. It's Tate down low from the waist, takes the shot, saved by the goaltender, but deflects back behind the net. Gonzaga's puck again. Tate again through the high slot. Right in front of the crease, and a slap shot from the point. Kick saved by the goaltender on the Landon side. Another loose puck into the boards. Tate fighting for it again. Defense now with the puck. He's got some room to move. Another bouncing one. Let's see what's going on here. Looks like head contact as somebody's going back to the box. Let's see who's going to get it.
Looks as though it's going against the Eagles.
Yeah, that might do it. Sure is. So that's going to negate the rest of the power play. 46 seconds left on the penalty against Landon. Now a good, fresh 2-minute head contact penalty against Gonzaga. 4-on-4 before they go on to the penalty kill. Not good news for the Eagles. Coach Slater makes a few adjustments to his penalty killing team. They're going to go 4-on-4 with a face-off at Gonzaga territory for another 46 seconds. 4 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in the third period, and Gonzaga is going to spend almost a little over 1 on the penalty kill. Puck shot all the way down into the offensive zone for Gonzaga as they trying to press a little bit of an attack. Not a lot of offensive pressure from Gonzaga. Gonzaga squad hanging out along the blue line as they do press into the attacking zone. Down low now in the Landon corner. Only one as we've got 3 Gonzaga defenders out at center. Landon turns it around. They go for the long shot. A little bit too long. Goes high over the glass to kill the play. 3:48 left here in the period.
This is not a home run contest.
This is going to be a face-off at center. He tried to dump the puck in. And he sent that a little bit high. Biscuit went very high over the glass on the far side above Jalen Green. So this is going to be a face-off just outside the blue line in neutral territory. And that one's won by the Bears. Landon worked their way across the blue line. Deflected by the Gonzaga defense back to center. Dumped back into Gonzaga territory again. Bouncing puck goes low. Let's see what they're going to call that. Was he far enough back for an icing? Nope. Looks like it was an offsides call. Face-off just outside the Gonzaga blue line. 1 minute 20 left to go on the penalty against Gonzaga. Only 6 seconds left on the 4-man defense for Landon. And that does it for the Landon penalty. Gonzaga now on a 4-man penalty kill. 5-on-4 penalty kill, as it were. Out at center, Gonzaga with a puck, maneuvering around center. Massaro working the right side boards. He dumps into the Gonzaga attacking zone. Gonzaga putting a little attacking, let me restate that. They dump into the Landon defensive zone. Gonzaga with a wrist shot. Landon goalie covers it up for the whistle. 58 seconds left on the penalty kill, and Gonzaga's on a shorthanded attack. Face-off coming up in Landon territory. Schuler takes the drop. That one goes low into the corner. Recovered by Landon behind their own net. Landon defense looks it off the boards. Remember, they are on the power play in their own zone right now. Out to center. Picked off by Gonzaga. Iced back down into Landon territory. Gonzaga now starting to play a little bit of conservative offense as they hold on to the Landon blue line. Now out to center. Gonzaga penalty kill. Moving out to center line, trying to hold it out of their own zone, at their own blue line now as Landon finally forces it into the Gonzaga defensive zone. Schuler back behind his own net now with the puck, slaps it across. He's looking for O'Leary. O'Leary with the puck now on the reverse back behind the Gonzaga net. 17 seconds left on the penalty kill. O'Leary fighting for the puck, sliding in front of the crease there. Bouncing puck goes back behind the net again. Schuler gets the stick on it. He's looking for the blue line. Doesn't get there. Landon with a slap shot. That one misses wide. Into the boards again. Landon still pressing their attack. That does it for the penalty. Gonzaga's back to 5-on-5. Another penalty looks like coming down on the play. And we got
a brawl.
Oh, the brawl begins.
Oh, and the bear goes down.
Well, the pot has finally boiled over as the fisticuffs begin down low on the ice.
Big tree fall hard.
Yeah, fists are flying. There's at least 3-on-3 in that little scrum as the referees are trying to tear them apart.
Man.
First time we've seen it all season long.
Only in the championship game.
So let's see who all is going off to the box. First victim. That's O'Leary stepping into the box. Anybody else going?
Really? That's the only one?
Nope, O'Leary's out of the box and in goes, looks like Kilcullen. Hard to see from here. I couldn't see his number, but...
Oh, here we go.
So O'Leary's out of the box. Kilcullen's in the box. Anybody else? Let's see what else is going on. The crowd's going nuts. That was kind of fun to watch. Something you don't see in high school hockey very often. Probably shouldn't be encouraged, but what the heck? It's a great spectator sport.
Exactly, man. These are the modern-day gladiators.
This is the championship. What are they going to do?
Yeah. You guys are suspended for the rest of the season?
2 minutes and 12 seconds left on the clock here in the third period. Gonzaga down by 6 goals. The score on the board right now, Landon Bears 7, Gonzaga 1. Team captains having a little conversation with the referee over there by the boards. Both teams just hanging out, waiting for this thing to start back up again.
5-minute penalty going up there.
Yeah, it's a major going against Gonzaga. I think that was Kilcullen I saw go in the box, but I could only see part of his numbers from the angle I'm seeing, so correct me if I'm wrong later, but I thought I saw number 10 stepping into the box. That will be a 5-minute major. The only one I see on the penalty board right now is against Gonzaga. Crowd going kind of nuts. Looks like we might still have a little hockey left in this game as everybody's starting to regroup down at the Gonzaga end. 5-minute major against Gonzaga. They're 4-on-5. And it looks like they will be for the remainder of this game. 2 minutes, 12 seconds left to go, and they got a 5-minute major. Gonzaga takes the drop in their own zone. Wrist shot right off the point, kicked away by Jalen Green. Not sure he even saw that one coming, but he's playing a good butterfly defense. Dumped into Gonzaga's defensive zone again from center. I take that back. That's not Middlebrook. Will Schuler's in the box. And the Landon Bears score number 8. On the power play goal by Landon makes it 8-1. This is getting ugly. Yeah, Middlebrook is back still on the ice. The person in the box was actually Will Schuler. I couldn't quite see it from this angle, but another power play goal for Landon is really sealing this one shut. The Landon fans are going crazy. It's awfully quiet over at the Gonzaga end of the stands.
I don't know, Joe. I think there are going to be some words spoken in the parking lot after the game.
Well, they were able to break the goose egg. Let's see if they can close the gap at least a little bit here with 1:55 left in the period. 4-on-5 as they still are fighting off this major penalty. Goal was scored by Landon, number 15. Gonzaga back in their own zone now. Defense clears it to center. Things are slowing down just a little bit here in the last minute and a half of this game. Landon at their own zone as their defenders are kind of cycling back into their own territory. Not really an offense by Gonzaga as Landon's just kind of playing hot potato in their own zone on the defensive end. Gonzaga has more or less lost the spring in their step. There's very little action going on the ice now. Landon with the puck, dumps it back into Gonzaga's territory. Jalen Green behind his own net with the puck. Green tees up the defense. That's turned around again by Landon. Another wrist shot misses the Gonzaga net wide, and it deflects to center. Gonzaga defense holding their own blue line as Wheeler denies another one. And Landon defense sliding back into their own zone. They're playing a very conservative game now as they're up 8-1 with 47 seconds left to go in the third period. Landon defense is just playing some hot potato in their own zone. No real attack going. Long pass to center deflected by Wheeler. Wheeler put a quick shot down, didn't really hit the net, deflected again. Defense is just killing off the clock back behind the net. They're standing still at this point with the puck. Gonzaga not really even trying to attack it anymore. With 25 seconds left, puck is slid out to center. Here's Gonzaga with the puck now as Sanborn puts it off the board. This is the hockey equivalent of kneeing down in football. The defense now has it back behind the Landon net. They're just kind of sucking it back and forth a little bit to kill off time. This is the same as kneeing out the fourth down in football. They dump it down the ice again on the icing. 2 seconds to go. That's it, folks. The game is over. Landon Bears have won the MAPHL champion. It's been a great season, folks. I hope you've enjoyed watching and listening and coming to these games, supporting these guys. This is a great league. It's a great series of teams, and it's been our pleasure to call all season long. Our congratulations to the Landon Bears, this year's MAPHL 2016 champion. We'll leave some rink sounds on you. If you're a Bears fan listening at home, want to listen in a little bit more, we'll go ahead and leave the crowd mic on for a few minutes. But for the Gonzaga Eagles, my name is Joe Dillon.
And I'm Nick Fain.
And thanks for watching. We'll see you next season.